So everything I did there was with both eyes open so far. The only problem is it kind of starts drifting a little bit. So then you're sort of losing your center. And as you know, when you're looking through irons, that ghost ring in the back, your front sight post has to be centered. Just because you can see it doesn't mean you're going to hit anything. It's got to be centered in that ring. And I think with both eyes open, before you know it, you're moving a little bit, floating away from it a little bit. Let me just try it again. I mean, we did pretty good, but eventually it floats away if you're in continuous contact. Let's just try it with the left eye closed. See how I like that. And obviously this is something that's going to take a lot of practice, but you're just doing this with me, you know, from the beginning. Empty. We finished up with 2 hits on the gong. I actually think that I like shooting it. I mean, obviously I'm gonna have to practice a lot more with both eyes open and with one eye open. I think it's a little more accurate with one eye, but if you were in a situation where you were taking contact and people were closing in on you, I think that your defense mechanisms would want you to keep both eyes open. So you'd probably, after about every 5 shots or so, you'd probably have to kind of readjust or do a mental check that you weren't sliding away from keeping that front sight post in the middle of the ring. It's just easier to do with one eye. So that's it. That's 40 rounds with the Daniel defense. Now what I may do, I'm gonna take the magazine out, close the bolt, put it on safe, and I'm gonna lay these canted irons down, lay the rifle back in the truck, and hope that it doesn't move the phone. At some point, let me check the camera again, and of course it looks like we've moved off target. What a fucking joke. So I don't know, honestly, if you guys were even able to see that, but it does really well. I mean, it's not like super rapid fire, but it's fast enough, I think, that if you had to defend yourself with it, you could do a pretty good job, especially with practice. Let me move this thing just wants to drift. I think it's because the phone's kind of leaning forward in the pocket of the range bag. I need to get a holder. I'll bring my carbon fiber tripod out here. It has an ARCA connection for spotting scope. I need to get like a phone thing that I can just set my phone up on and not have to jerry rig my range bag, and it's just janky. All right, so now we're gonna do the AK, and I can't remember from 2 days ago like where the point of aim, point of impact was. It was probably pretty good because I did some pretty good rapid fire with it, but I'm gonna aim at the head and hope that I'm pretty close to on, and then we'll just go for it. Because the thing about the AK, it's just a bigger caliber than 5.56, and I think a lot of people don't enjoy shooting it because of the recoil, and I do tend to get some broken blood vessels on my shoulder, but I love shooting it. The Sam 7F has a bit of an upgraded trigger on it too, and if you remember, everything on it is stock, and I'm just using a waffle mag, and on my mount I've got the Vortex Razor Red Dot, which is a 3 MOA red dot. I think we already charged it. Yeah, we did. And the red dot's on, so we'll take one shot at the head and see exactly where this thing is. maybe it's a tiny hair high left, or maybe that's just me with the trigger squeeze. Holy crap. Where I was holding the AK, it's up kind of by the sling swivel stud. Started to, like I've talked about this before, how fast these things heat up. It started to burn my finger. I was grabbing the plastic, don't know if you can see it, but I had my index finger to help kind of pull it back into my shoulder. Started burning me. This is why I feel like an idiot, since I've had this for quite a few years now, for not getting a quad rail and putting a vertical grip on this thing. I highly recommend everyone that has an AK, especially if you love firing it a lot and it's your primary defensive weapon, you've got to get a quad rail on it and put a vertical grip on it so you can counteract that heat, or else you're going to get burned. Alright, love the AK, man. This Sam7F SF is just awesome. So, I'll put this on safe, take out, oh wait a second, I still have rounds. We won't take it off safe. Don't tell me this is the first ever misfire I've ever had with this thing. Yeah. Holy shit. And you're here with me to witness it. So, it looks like this Tul Ammo is pretty corrosive. I don't know if you see it, but it has a pretty large primer strike in it, but it didn't go off. I'm probably an idiot for holding it. I'm just gonna chuck it off over there. Most of my ammo's in pretty good storage conditions, but there were a few boxes that weren't. Now we are empty. Yep, put it on safe. I'm gonna turn this red dot off. Okay, that's off. Slide this back here. Hope that it doesn't start a fire. Just kidding. All right, now let me check and make sure we're still on. And of course, boy, this will be the video that forces me to go get like a phone mount for my tripod, because this is just killing me here. Oh God, I don't know how much of that you guys even were able to watch. I feel like I need to jam something down there, like an empty box or something. Actually, maybe an empty magazine.